Coming up on 5-Minute News. Hunter Biden indicted on 9 tax charges in special counsel investigation. Legislation introduced to guarantee right to vote for people with felony records. And Trump claims immunity to stave off 2020 election trial. It's Friday, December 8. I'm Anthony Davis. Hunter Biden was indicted on 9 tax charges in California as a special counsel investigation into the business dealings of Joe Biden's son intensifies against the backdrop of the 2024 election. The new charges filed last night, 3 felonies and 6 misdemeanors, in addition to federal firearms charges in Delaware, alleging Hunter Biden broke laws against drug users having guns in 2018. They come after the implosion of a plea deal over the summer that would have spared him jail time, putting the case on track to a possible trial as his father campaigns for re-election. Hunter Biden spent millions of dollars on an extravagant lifestyle rather than paying his tax bills, special counsel David Weiss said in a statement. The charges are centered on at least $1.4 million in taxes Hunter Biden owed between 2016 and 2019, a period where he is acknowledged struggling with addiction. Back taxes have since been paid. If convicted, 53-year-old Hunter Biden could see a maximum of 17 years in prison. The special counsel probe remains open, Weiss said. In a fiery response, defense attorney Abby Lau accused Weiss of bowing to Republican pressure in the case. Based on the facts and the law, if Hunter's last name was anything other than Biden, the charges in Delaware and now California would not have been brought, Lau said in a statement. Congressional Democrats have introduced legislation that would allow people convicted of a felony to vote in federal elections, a proposal that, if enacted, could restore the voting rights of millions of people in U.S. elections. Representative Ayanna Pressley of Massachusetts and Senator Peter Welch of Vermont submitted the legislation named the Inclusive Democracy Act on Tuesday, which would guarantee the right to vote in federal elections for all citizens regardless of their criminal record. In a statement, Pressley said the legislation was necessary due to policies and court rulings that continue to disenfranchise voters from all walks of life, including by gutting the Voting Rights Act, gerrymandering, cuts to early voting, and more. Welch called the bill necessary due to antiquated state felony disenfranchisement laws. In late 2022, approximately 4.6 million people were unable to vote due to a felony conviction, according to a study by the Sentencing Project, a nonpartisan research group. The same study found that Black and Hispanic citizens are disproportionately likely to be disenfranchised due to felony convictions. With Republicans and the Supreme Court stopping at nothing to undermine voting rights and exclude black and brown folks from participating in our democracy, we must protect and expand access to the ballot box, including for incarcerated citizens, Pressley said. The disgraced former president Donald Trump is readying what may be his best shot at avoiding spending much of next year in a courtroom facing criminal charges of trying to overturn his 2020 election defeat, kicking off an appeal that could go to the Supreme Court. The gambit by the former U.S. president and frontrunner for the 2024 Republican nomination may succeed, legal experts said, not necessarily by persuading higher courts of the merits of his case, but simply by bogging down the system and keeping him free to campaign against Joe Biden. Trump's lawyers on Thursday said they'd appeal a ruling by the federal judge overseeing his upcoming Washington, D.C. trial on federal election subversion charges, denying Trump's claim that he is immune from prosecution related to official actions he took as president. That ruling may be the last one Trump will be able to appeal before the start of his trial, currently scheduled to begin in March. Trump's legal team moved to halt all proceedings before U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan in Washington, arguing in a court filing that his appeal stops the case from progressing in its entirety. Special counsel Jack Smith's office has previously accused Trump of attempting to delay and disrupt the trial schedule at every opportunity. They have indicated in court filings they will ask the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit to expedite its review of the issue. Trump sought to toss the case, arguing that subjecting former presidents to criminal prosecution for conduct related to their official responsibilities would weaken the presidency. Judge Tanya Chutkan dismissed that argument, saying it would give former presidents a lifelong get-out-of-jail-free pass. 5 Minute News is an Evergreen podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.